When people hear the word democracy, they usually picture a single act. They imagine the moment a citizen casts a ballot into a box. But voting is just the start of the process. There is no universal blueprint for a free society. Instead, there is a spectrum of different structural choices that determine how a country is governed on a daily basis. To see how those choices play out, we are going to trace a path through 5 systems: London, Washington, Paris, Bern, and Berlin. We are going to look specifically at the machinery of accountability, the rules each system uses to keep its leaders in check after the election ends. Seeing these mechanical trade-offs is how we begin to evaluate how any democracy actually handles the pressure of power. First stop, London. The UK uses a parliamentary model. Citizens choose local MPs instead of a national leader. The winning party forms the government and picks its prime minister. The party can swap them out at any time without a national election. The UK is also a constitutional monarchy. While there is a king, the role is ceremonial. The monarch holds no real political authority. Washington, D.C. uses a presidential model. The president is elected separately from Congress, creating a deliberate wall between the two branches. Both serve fixed terms. Neither needs the other's permission to stay in office, so a president remains in power even facing legislative opposition. The trade-off is gridlock. If the president and Congress disagree, the entire system can stall, because neither side has the power to remove the other. While the UK prioritizes a government that can be reset quickly by its parliament, the US chooses a structure that keeps its leadership in place regardless of congressional shifts. France uses a semi-presidential hybrid. A directly elected president and a prime minister accountable to parliament share executive power. If they are political rivals, it leads to cohabitation, blurring lines of authority, and creating systemic tension over who is actually in charge. Switzerland shifts the focus away from elected leaders. In Bern, the most powerful check on government isn't another branch of the state, it's the public. This Swiss ballot shows direct democracy in action. Instead of just picking candidates, citizens vote multiple times a year on specific laws, from tax changes to marriage rules, marking yes or no on the policies themselves. This model requires constant civic attention. It also runs the risk of forcing complex, nuanced legislation into a simple binary choice. Expanding accountability, whether by splitting it between 2 leaders or handing it to the voters, always adds friction to the system. Germany's model adds a geographic layer to these checks. Power is constitutionally divided between the national government and 16 states, each with its own independent authority. This means the states can legally push back against the center, ensuring that no single capital can monopolize power. However, this makes national coordination difficult. During a crisis, the need for federal and state governments to agree can significantly slow down vital decisions. This decentralization acts as a safeguard against centralized control, but it trades away the ability to move with a single, unified voice. Every democratic system is a compromise. Each one offers specific strengths and accepts specific, unavoidable trade-offs. Now, we are going to look at a nation that pulls these different features together into a single framework. India manages a parliamentary system and a federal structure, but it does so while navigating the needs of 1.4 billion people. At this scale, every structural tension we've discussed is magnified. To see how these principles of accountability hold up under maximum pressure, we have to look at how the system functions in India.